on you, right? Did you want to? Oh, okay, there we go. You're live.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ruben here. So this is kind of a new effort that we're doing, and it's really exciting. We have Steve on the line with us, who has some really great questions about how to leverage Dubb, how to leverage video specifically for real estate. So this is a industry that we're so passionate about. My wife's a realtor with Keller Williams. She's been a realtor for I can't even pronounce that word, realtor. She's been an agent for over 10 years, and so she's taught me a lot actually about the process. So we're very inspired to empower real estate agents. Darius obviously is our head coach here at Dubb, and coaching is such an important part of what we do. So specifically, we wanted to cater to Steve's needs, understand what he's trying to do, what he's trying to accomplish. There's really kind of 3 bullets that I'd like to chime in on at some point, which is using the app to do house tours, using the automation feature for open houses and contact import lists. And then the last one is the calendar page. So getting Steve basically a booking calendar page so that when he texts or when he emails a prospect, someone that he meets, a referral, that they can actually book a time right in his calendar to meet. After all, list to last. So Darius, you're up.
All right. So yeah, Steve, tell me a little bit about, first, we always like to start with lead gen, because that's typically where realtors can get the most bang for their buck in whatever they're doing in their activities. So what are you doing for lead gen right now? What's that look like?
I use 2 programs. Well, one is the Sierra Interactive. I have a big website that I get leads off of Google and Facebook from.
Oh, so are you running Google and Facebook ads, like pay-per-click?
I'm running Google pay-per-click, but then I'm doing Facebook on my own through different things that I'm putting up. I like to cook. I like to smoke briskets and
very cool,
forth. So I'll put stuff up like that. I'll put up other stuff, even some political stuff that's going to affect like this Proposition 13 thing that's going to affect homeowners. So.
Okay, so you got some organic stuff going on, and then you also have some paid ads going on.
Correct.
Great. And then so when you get these leads that come in, what does that process for you typically look like? Is it an email? Is it a form submission? Well, the Google AdWords would be a form submission, right? And then does that come into your Sierra Interactive? Do you have any type of automation currently set up?
Yes, there's a back-end system that's kind of like a bot that communicates with them through text and email.
Okay.
It has a very good success rate. I've noticed that most people don't like to pick up the phone.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they'll text the heck out of me back and forth. And I'm not a spring chicken, so I don't really like texting, but I've had to learn to adapt to it.
Yep. Gotta live and grow. All right, so tell me a little bit about that texting. So what part of that is automated? So when they come into your Sierra Interactive, it sends them a text first or an email first? And what does that first messaging look like?
The first messaging, well, the first thing that happens is my phone rings, of course, and then I try to answer.
Okay.
90% of the time they don't answer.
Yeah.
So then I think within about 3 minutes, they receive a text.
Okay.
And then within about 5 minutes, they receive an email.
What's in that text and email in those first ones?
I'm sorry?
What is in that text and email in those first messages? What does the content look like?
It's just both of them kind of say, hey, thank you for coming, Darius. Thank you for coming to finding us on the web. We're here to help you. I just need to ask you a few questions or get a little more understanding of what it is you're looking for.
Okay, perfect. So I would say that is one of the number one places we need to get video in. That's what's worked well for a lot of our real estate clients, because when they hit that very first form, that's when we want to make a great impression. That's when we want to introduce them to our expertise and all the things that make us great. A lot of real estate agents will work on their value prop, that nice one sentence, couple sentence statement that what separates you from other real estate agents, why someone would want to work with you. And that's really a great time to get that video in front of them. So what typically we have our agents do is we'll get them a video in their SMS and in their email autoresponders. So that way, as soon as they get a lead, they get a nice video in front of them. And that video, it depends on which channel it's going through. It's going to look one of 2 ways. One way, if it's in an email, it's going to look something like this. So we can have video for Darius, or whoever the video is going to, we can have their first name on it. So when they receive it in the email, it's going to look something like that. It's going to have their little first name on it. It'll have a little animated GIF preview, some timestamp, and of course the branding would be your own. And then if you're sending it through text message, it's just a little bit different. You would see that it looks like a still thumbnail along with the link. And so when they click this, either through the text message or through the email, it's going to take them to a video page really similar to this, except for it's going to be all your own stuff. So we have the custom URL, your logo, background. Really, the idea is for this whole video page to be branded with your own stuff. And then the way that the page is structured is really specific to get people to take the action that we want them to. So for this particular video we're looking at, it's really similar to you guys. So it's an inbound lead. We get someone come in to sign up for Dubb, and the goal is very similar to yours. We want them to set an appointment with us or get back to us so that we can begin that dialogue. And so as Ruben was talking about that calendar page, we do have a direct integration with any calendar service. Calendly you can use for free and get a calendar just like this on there. It's going to automate.
And then Darius, just so you know, you can also share your screen if you'd like here.
Oh, thank you for letting me know.
I mean, I love staring at your face and that beautiful cobalt blue background. It's gorgeous.
Anyways, so we're back here trying to share my screen. I was not showing you that. So in the email, it's going to look like this here with an animated preview, the first name on it. Thank you, Ruben, for updating me that.
Yeah, cheers, bro.
New tool here, everyone. Give me a break.
New tool alert.
We're not mad at you. Don't worry about it.
This is what it's going to look like in the email. This is what it's going to look like in the text message. So that's still thumbnail. And then any personalization that you've included will show up in the URL as well. And now, as I mentioned, if they click it from here in the text message or in the email or through social media like Facebook or LinkedIn or anything like that, it's going to take them back to this video page where it is, as I mentioned, all of your own stuff. So your own logo, URL, background image. This whole page is really customizable to make it look like your own stuff. And then as I was talking about the calendar, any calendar service you have, we can set this up. And that's something we support with as well. As I was mentioning, Calendly is a free version we can integrate with, as well as anything you might already be using. Have you ever used a calendar service like this before, Steve?
No, I have not.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty nice for when you having that mentioned they don't answer the phone, but maybe they'd be willing to set a time. Like, okay, a lot of these millennial generation doesn't want to pick up the phone. They're really kind of hesitant to do that. But if they can prepare themselves for it, it works a little bit better. So they know that, okay, I'm scheduling an appointment for this time today, and I'll be able to pick up the phone then. So that is just another way to kind of capture some people that are ready to convert. But what happens when they're kind of in that window shopper stage? What if they're not quite ready for that phone call or that appointment? That's really what the other elements of this page are designed to get them over the finish line, to help warm them up. So you'll see a couple things we have here, like this customer success stories. So two things we can do. You'll notice also here a playlist. One thing that happens really cool is you'll have that really warm greeting saying, hey guys, it's Steve here. I just wanted to let you know, or thank you so much for filling out the form and letting you know, here's going to be your next steps. I'm really looking forward to getting to work with you. And then immediately after that nice, sweet video comes maybe something like a testimonial video where it's a client saying, hey, working with Steve has been amazing. He sold my home, above asking under X amount of time, something like that. And that way, the person on the other end, they don't have to click or do anything else. They just get a nice little video, and then it either takes them into a learn more, like meet the team, learn more about you or your brokerage or whatever you want to share with them. And then also, as I mentioned, some testimonial video goes really well here. A lot of real estate agents do not have testimonial video, and that's, again, something Dubb really supports with. We have a nice feature here that allows you to collect video testimonials from clients. So they don't need to download or sign up or install anything. They just click one button, turns on their webcam, and then you can then download that video back here on your video replies, and then you can put it on your website, landing pages, or here on the playlist. We also mentioned a couple of other buttons there. So if you guys have, like if you're running ads for Google and you have a nice Google page with some reviews on it, that's the type of social proof you'd want to tie in on this page. Or if you were running Facebook ads, or you had a Facebook page with some good reviews on it, you'd want to direct the traffic towards there. So it all depends upon what you're doing for your lead gen, and then optimizing these pages to convert the leads and stuff coming from those.
I see.
Yeah, we can also do anything else on this page. So we can have them fill out a form, download an attachment, visit a URL, you name it.
Hey, Dubb, let me interrupt you for just a quick second.
Go for it.
Because like I told you earlier, I'm not a millennial.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not afraid of technology either. Mm-hmm. But let's say I'm at an open house and somebody just came through an open house and I want to send them a quick video thanking them.
Yep.
Right straight from my phone. How easy is that?
Great
to do or difficult to do?
Great question. So all these kind of bells and whistles that I just showed you, that all is attached in a very automatic way. So the only amount of work we do is right in the beginning, which typically, like I said, we help with our coaching. We get this whole page set up for you. And then that way, all you have to do is worry about hitting the record button. We actually have a really powerful mobile app, very specifically designed for things like real estate. There's a nice little tutorial video section here. If I open this up, it brings me to that video tutorial center. There's a nice app here, or a nice video here, I should say, for a new app tutorial. It actually has really cool functionality. Let me jump back. Actually, I'll stay here. You guys can see me, right? So on the app, it has, you can do some really cool things. So you want to say, hey, I wanted to give you guys a view of my new listing or the open house that I'm at. So you can start the video this way and say, hey, everyone, check it out. I'm over here at 444. You got to come see it. And then you flip the camera around in the same video. And you can say, so here's the front of the house. And then you pause it, go to the master bedroom, resume it. Here's the master bedroom. Check out those windows. Back to the kitchen. Guys got to check out this kitchen. It's amazing. And then all at the end of that, you just press upload, and it's going to splice all those clips together into one.
No way.
So then you can throw text on the screen. You got emojis. You can have all kinds of fun with it, or you can like leave it nice and simple, whatever your style is. And then that video is then ready to go through email or text message. And it's going to work the same way it does on the desktop. So we get the nice animated GIF previews, or we have that still thumbnail with the link, whether you're texting it or emailing it. And that can all be done right from the app.
So let me ask you another quick question. So I have thousands of leads through my system at Sierra, and I want to follow up with somebody. Let's say 2 or 3 people. Can I grab the video camera right off of my desktop, shoot a quick video to each of them, and then just ask them like, how's your search going, etc.
Absolutely.
And then do it really quick, because what I've noticed over time is, like I said earlier, is people don't answer their phones anymore, but they'll engage you like crazy on text or even email now. Yeah.
So I would say you mentioned in front of the desktop, what system are you usually using to send those emails out, like a Gmail or an Outlook, or do you do it directly through Sierra Interactive?
I do it through Sierra Interactive, and I got my Gmail suite attached to Sierra.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Are you used to using an interface that's like this with Gmail, or do you do through Sierra?
An interface, are you talking about like just...
Do you see the screen I'm looking at right here, like my Gmail window, right?
Correct.
Are you used to seeing this window, or do you usually see your other window, your Sierra Interactive, when you're writing an email to somebody?
If I'm writing an email through Sierra Interactive, I'm seeing Sierra.
Okay. That's what I wanted to make sure. All right. So to incorporate videos into Sierra Interactive right now, all you would do is either on the Dubb website or through the Chrome extension. Let me go ahead and throw this away. The Dubb Chrome extension exists on your browser at all times. So you can be on any website, anywhere, doing anything. And all you have to do is give it a click, and we can either record your screen. So things like contract walkthrough or website navigation, or you're going over a real estate report. Lots of cool things we can do with the screen recorder, or you can just do a webcam only video. So pretend I have Sierra Interactive open here. All I have to do is click on the Chrome extension, hit the camera button. I can record a little video, and then it's going to, once this recording is done, it takes me to this page here, where I can then say video for Bob or whoever I want the video to go to, press copy, and then paste it into the email going out of Sierra Interactive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We could also just be on the website itself. So say if I'm on the dashboard and I want to create a video, I can just hit the plus button right here, and that's going to create a video that would then land right here, which I can click. And as I mentioned, the idea is to have it all set up as a default so that once we build this page one time, we attach all the branding and the logos and the buttons, that all happens very automatically. So all we have to do is hit record, pretend this is a video I just recorded. I would go, video for whoever, copy, and then send it through, paste it into Sierra Interactive and send it through.
Oh my. Okay.
So it's a pretty simple, copy, paste, like almost one step. The only requirement is that recording the video either through your phone or webcam, whichever you prefer.
Well, the recording of the video is the easy part. For me, it's always been trying to attach it, but you guys took the complicated part out of it.
Yeah, we get the nice previews, and then the best part as well is the tracking and stuff. So you can see specifically if someone's watching that video, what percentage they've watched, if they've clicked any call to actions, things like that. The other thing is there's some really powerful marketing tools in here as well. So you can send one video to your entire list at once and then track every bit of engagement with that. So you probably have the same capability through Sierra Interactive, right? Like you can do a newsletter or an email blast to your list.
Yes, I can. I can specifically pick a list, pardon me, and then either send them an email, send them a text, or I guess in this case, send them a video. But another quick question for you is, like I told you earlier, I like to barbecue a lot, and I like to go to barbecue shops. And like, there's one here not far from me, and they let you taste the rubs before you buy them.
Very cool.
So I think that's something really cool, and I'd like to be able to like record a video there and then just send it out like on Facebook, for instance, just on my regular business page.
Yeah. So with that, actually, I'd probably recommend a little selfie stick. It makes those type of videos look great. You have your cell phone, do your little selfie stick video, and then upload it directly to the app. And then right from the app, you actually can share directly to Facebook without having to do anything. You just, as long as your Facebook's connected, you just click social, Facebook, and it's going to create a posting of that video for you on Facebook.
Okay. And then how easy is it to get it to Instagram, for instance?
Instagram would be a little bit harder because for Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, I always recommend uploading the native video because it's going to show it to more people. Facebook's a little different. It's only going to show it to your friends regardless of how you upload it, unless you boost or do an advertisement. With Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter and things like that, though, it's going to only show it to more people if you upload it as a native video. So first you would create the video, download the MP4, and then upload that MP4 to whatever channel you want it to go on. Instagram, short cycle though, so it's only like 30 seconds or a minute or something.
Okay.
I was just going to say real quick, Darius, you mentioned the selfie stick, and there's something funny about a selfie stick. Let's just all admit it for 1 second here. The sticks that I like to use, I refuse to call them selfie sticks, but really what they are, and I'm just showing it in the video here. It's Joby is the leader in this industry, but there are these little octopus stands.
I have one of
them. Okay, great. And the reason why I like these a little bit better than a traditional selfie stick is that a selfie stick you have to hold. Okay. Besides the aesthetic ridiculousness of it, you have to hold it. Yeah. And holding it, that's when everything falls apart, in my opinion. When you're a tourist and when you're at Disneyland, that's cool. But what I always recommend is get yourself a stand like this with a little, let's see if I have one around here. It's a device that looks like this, that'll hold a phone. It's just a little clamp. And then on the bottom, it's some sort of a tripod. So you can have the octopus one, you can have a regular one, or even some of the sticks that they sell online, the mini tripods, you might call them. They have a little fan like this that can be used as a stand. So anyways, what I do with these is I'll find a table, I'll find a spot, and then if I want to get a little bit farther away, maybe I'll show a little bit more of a wide shot. I'll just set up my phone, my webcam, and I'll have a lot more success like that. Holding the stick, not so much. Ruben out.
Thanks, Ruben.
So overall, I think we've kind of covered the base of how it works. We get these pages set up really to optimally get conversions for you, what we're trying to do. You can see this one here is about a 30% conversion rate. So that means out of 1,000 people, 300 and something have clicked a CTA, which is, like I said, about a 30% conversion rate, well above average for most people's click rates and conversion rates. So that's what we want for our clients as well. We want to have these pages set up to really do the most damage, get the most conversions, introduce ourselves, build value and trust really quickly. So let's see. I think you had a couple of little questions at the end here, right?
Yeah, like we were discussing earlier. I'm kind of looking for something like this. That's why it attracted my attention to look into you guys a little bit more and then ask questions. But because I want to do like a video that you already answered, but I wanted to do like an introductory video that goes out as soon as a lead logs on.
There you go. Yeah. Let's get you one of those.
Me driving in the car to my next appointment and just telling them that, we're going to reach out to them, that we just want to help them. The more information they can give us about what they're looking for, whatever. Yeah. You know the routine.
Exactly. And that's exactly what we as the company help you guys get set up with. Things like that, video length, script, structure. Sounds like you pretty much got it in the bag in terms of what you want to say. We just like to make sure all those things are attached on your page to really get the best chance to get them to do what we want. And that's included with the subscription. Yeah,
that's why I like video, because I really believe the content is king, and the more content I can put out, the more opportunity I have.
It's such a relationship-based business.
Yep.
Good deal. Let's see. Anything else? And maybe a couple others?
No, you pretty much answered it all. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. All right. So what are you thinking?
I like it. I like it. I just, like I told you earlier, I like BombBomb.
Yeah.
One of the reasons about BombBomb is, like we discussed when
you're up front. Okay.
Ruben was gone, was, the price.
What was that price you were looking at on the annual one?
I don't even know anymore, because it's been a while.
Just say I didn't want to pay it up front. Okay.
Yeah.
We do definitely offer that month-to-month option. It's $40 per month. No first month, last month, nothing like that, and then no commitment, so that you could cancel at any time. No sweat off. And then also, if you do want to pay for the year in advance, it would be 20% savings.
And that $384 would be for the year?
That would be for the year if you wanted to pay for the year in advance. Yeah.
How about, let's say I'm 2 months into it, and really like it, and I don't like bills, so I just want to.
Yeah. We could upgrade it at any point in time after that. Yep. It's actually nice and easy to come in there, and it will apply that same discount as well. So say if you're on the monthly, you could just come in here and click update, and it would switch it over as long as you just hit that switch.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then the Small Business Pro, what does that do?
This one is the all-inclusive plan that we have. It's going to include everything we have to offer, everything I've shown you here, and in addition to that, coaching. So the only difference here between these two is the number of users. So like if it's a larger or things like that. So this is our bread and butter plan. It's going to have everything the platform has to offer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty straightforward.
I like it. Is there any way that you could maybe send me some more information so I can talk to my CFO about
Absolutely.
this?
Yeah. What I can do is I'll send you a nice little video here after we get off the call with basically what we wrapped up. Let me see. Would you guys maybe be considering more than one user, or just yourself at this time? What do you think?
I would just want to start it off myself, because I eventually would want to bring on more users, but I want to understand it.
Absolutely.
Very, all the way. I like to really dive into things and understand them, so that I can help people.
That's a great practice. All right. So what I'll do is I'll send you a little video here after we get off. We'll connect at another time, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for your time.
Perfect. Steve. Thank you so much, Ruben. Thanks, Darius. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Right. Yep. Have a good one.
Later. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. I'm gonna bounce, right?
Well, yeah, no, that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
I'm a little late for another call. I gotta go.
Yeah. See you, man. That was awesome. You can bounce out now. I'm gonna just wrap this up. I'm gonna close it out. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in here. So this was a little bit of an experiment, and I got to give a shout out to Russ Johns, because first of all, I screwed up something. I was supposed to connect with him this morning, and I had my wires crossed. So Russ, I'm going to reach out to you, and we're going to get together today, and we're going to get into it. But the reason why I got to give a shout out to Russ Johns is because, he really tuned us on to this whole idea of a live stream. We've been recording a lot of our efforts in Zoom and in Skype, and we've been kind of missing out on the live thing. Now, the live thing it's tough, because there's a lot of logistics. There's a lot of technology. There's a lot of things that can go wrong, frankly. Like my phone is ringing right now, and I had to go shut a tab, and it's not, the ringing is not stopping, and I don't know where that's coming from. So you have to be prepared to do live streams like this. And here's kind of what we did, what we set up. We used StreamYard. Again, Russ, thank you so much for that. I configured it to our 2 Facebook groups, our YouTube page, and then our Facebook page. So we're actually streaming to 5 platforms right now simultaneously. We ended up paying for the what was it? I think $40 a month annually. But anyways, it seems like it's a really, really worthwhile investment here. What's interesting about this is that we're taking something that we've done for forever, and we're just making it transparent. We're putting it out there in the world. Now, that makes us feel a little bit vulnerable because we have our pitch calls. Sometimes it's sensitive information. Privacy is paramount. We always ask people for permission if they're willing and game to be in a recording like this. If they're not, I think we have a strategy, and I think what that strategy is going to be is that we ask them the questions, we understand what their pain points are, and then once we start the coaching session, then we actually remove them from the mix. Darius, myself, whoever can give a proper demo, kind of address some of the things that they referenced, and then when we want to bring them back, then of course, we can stop the broadcast, we can end it. So it's basically, this is our effort of scaling our sales effort. Instead of being in a one-to-one, hand-to-hand combat on the field, what we're doing is we're taking that experience, we're taking that information, we're taking that data, we're taking those learnings. And when I say learnings, I mean from both sides, from our perspective and from other people's perspective. And then we're putting that out there in the world as a gift. One of the things that we're going to do as a sales effort is that the URL for this, I don't know if it's going to be the Facebook or the YouTube link, but we're going to take that link and then we're going to send it to that individual whom we just spoke to. So in this case, we're going to send it to Steve. We're going to send an email like, "Hey, Steve, really appreciate the time. I'd love to have you take a look at this if you'd like," and you can refer back to it. And that way, Steve has an asset that he can go check out in the future. And then, of course, we have something in our library, on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook. If it's good, if it's really good, we can have one of our writers actually write out a blog post about it, and we can get probably a 2,000 word, 4,000 word blog post, and really mine the information. So I think the effort here is really about taking the actions, the activities that we're already doing in our lives, and then we're just figuring out ways to leverage that content and putting it out there to the world. So I'm a total student of this. This is probably my 4th live stream that I've ever done in my entire life. I've tried it on Facebook. I've tried it on YouTube. I've always deleted them after the fact. I've always gone back and then just deleted them because I didn't know what I was talking about. There was no concerted effort. I didn't even know what to title the videos. And when you have something like that, that's a little bit random where I'm sitting there playing my ukulele. I have done that before, by the way. This ukulele, I literally did a live video and I didn't know what to say. So I picked up my ukulele and I started playing it, and I was so desperate for content. So at least, with these coaching calls, it's an effort where people can learn, have fun, be transparent, and really, frankly, rise all of us up. Because after all, at the end of the day, rising tides raises all boats. Russ John, thanks again for the inspiration. Can't wait to speak to you at 1 p.m. today, Pacific time. Brian, thank you so much for joining us. Live, it's where it's at. 100% agree. Great hat, Brian. Love it. Russ John says, getting feedback from the community is paramount. Such a valuable tool to build and develop trust. Awesome. Love it. Russ, when you and I have a conversation, I'd like to record that and I'd like to share that. You are the wizard on this, and we're going to get some more learnings. Anyways, guys, I'm noticing the numbers starting to drop off. No, it just went back up. That's an interesting data point when you start to notice the live viewers and the comments. And that's like instant feedback. You're like, are people liking this? Are they dropping off? If I leave my screen right now, all of a sudden the number of viewers is going to drop off, in which case I need to stop. But if people have specific questions, I want to address those. What I'm learning is that if I find myself talking superfluously, not really providing any value, kind of like what I'm doing right now, I realize that the broadcast needs to end. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate the love. Email me. Connect with me on LinkedIn. We are here to support. Customer service is such an important part of what we do. Super passionate about you winning. Stay tuned. Please check out the podcast. Search for Connection Loop in any podcast channel. Check out our YouTube channel. Go to search Dubb within YouTube. You can get to know us. You can watch our content. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye. I love this moment where I'm clicking the button and you get to see me.